guys, how are you doing? This morning we are going to have a review. Yeah, a review about the Inter Derby Milano pack. It just dropped this morning and I wanted to do a review of it. It has quite amazing players in it though, but they are currently out of form. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of a problem, but quite honestly, I myself I wouldn't like to purchase it because I have a lot of players. You understand? So um, Skriniar is a good defender. Yeah, if you have Skriniar in your team and he's a good defender, he's a destroyer. Yeah, a destroyer. So if you don't have a defender, Skriniar is good enough. Rafael Leao is a deadly super sub. I don't know if they give him super sub on this card, but it's a good card. Yeah, who else? Martinez, also a decent center forward. Brozovic, good enough. Tonali, Tomori, yeah, Chaganolu. Yes, this guy is a monster. Chaganolu is a monster, but he's been a bit nerfed on this card as compared to his Turkey international card. That card was a monster. Wow. Olivier Giroud, not the best card. He's out of shape. He doesn't have speed. He's good at scoring goals. That's if he has an open goal. Yeah, if he has an open goal, he'll be able to score. But apart from that, I doubt. All right, so let's move to screen here and check out um his his base without training has 82 awareness, 83 tackling, 83 aggression, and 80 defensive engagement. That's good enough if you haven't trained him. But what he lacks a bit here is speed and acceleration. Yeah, he lacks a bit of speed and acceleration. So supposing you have someone like Haaland on a quick counter, you see it's going to be difficult for Skriniar to get him. But the issue here is Skriniar is actually a destroyer. So the mistake or the problem might be that he will try to go and meet him up, trying to close him down. And if he happens to pass him by, meaning that he's going to be in a bit of trouble. And he's on E form. He's from E form. That's an issue. Wow. Surprisingly, Skriniar only has a base card, no other featured card. He's such a decent player, and it's such a shame he wants to move to PSG. He's quite good over there. PSG, I don't know. I don't know who is going to um, take, whose position is going to take the bar. Let's check. Let's check and see. So I myself, I don't fancy destroyers unless if my formation is a three formation, then I'll use one one build up, another build up, and in the middle I'll place a destroyer there. I don't actually use a three formation, a three at the back formation. That's three center backs. Yeah, but I decided to try it one on a friend, and surprisingly, it was very good. It was very good. Skriniar did all the cleaning. You see, he has two defensive midfielders in the middle. Yeah, I picked one on command, one orchestra, then Skriniar in the middle. It was very good. So let's check him out. Let's check him out. How many points should we give him in defense? Let me see. Um, well, per starting a whole lot. There's actually recommended recommended training section. You should be giving him defending should be up to 94, tackling up to 95, aggression up to 95, and defensive engagement up to 92, which is very I wouldn't say bad. I wouldn't say bad, but it's good enough. But I would have wished there was a bit around 95 for a destroyer, because destroyers will be going up and meeting up strikers. So trying to stop them, you have to be a good defender with high defensive engagement. For his header, let me see, 80 will be okay. 80 will be okay. His overall rating is 95. His header 80 will be okay. Lower body strength. Let me see. 72, 75. His speed. His speed is actually up to 75. Or is that so? Let me check for you. His speed is 75. That's too low for me, don't you think? Or, or if a defender you have a speed of 75, it's not the best. It's not you. So let me add a bit, one more. Let me add one more. 76, 77 is okay. Oh, look, we have even exhausted. We've exhausted the training levels. I wouldn't fancy getting it. And the problem with this thing is you have a chance of spinning a few coins. Sorry guys, that was my alarm. I'm supposed to be waking up by now, but I have to make the video, so I had to stay up. Sorry about that. As I continue, for a defender as a destroyer, having defensive awareness of 94 is okay. Well, I use a pick, so it's okay. Tackling, aggression, defensive engagement, 92 is okay. Ahead of 80, well, ahead of 80 is okay. Yeah, it's understandable, but people have better headers. Kunde, what have you? They have good jump and good header. 79 stamina is quite decent for a centre back, yeah, because most centre backs have lower stamina. He's good. But I mean, my only issue currently here is his speed. His speed, his kicking power. He doesn't actually need kicking power, but his speed, his physical contact, it should be 90 plus. Yeah, then barely does all. And his header, his speed, his header, and his acceleration. His acceleration is a bit of a problem because 85 acceleration wouldn't be doing any good at all for a center back. 95, I bet you'll be going up to 97, yeah, possibly 97, because 98 would be, nah, I wouldn't like. So let's compare him to his base card, or what do you think? Yeah, let's compare him to his base card. Let me see if I can get him here. Screen and yeah. I got his name wrong. Let me verify his name again. Let me verify his name again. This thing I wouldn't know how to put it on, but let me try other versions. Okay, so let me check the other versions over here. You see, this base version goes to 21 levels and it costs 280 GP. I don't know why, but he's an E. He's an E now. So for his defending stats, let's raise it up to a bit 91, 90, 91. All right. Me that's how I would prefer to train him for his base stats because I would actually like to get some speed and acceleration, aerial strength, 95, lower body strength. But you see, the issue is acceleration. Acceleration has got to do with offensive awareness. You understand? Acceleration has got to do with offensive awareness. So if I do increase offensive awareness, it's going to get, where is it? Oh, I was increasing shooting rather. Where is it? Dexterity. Yeah. If I increase dexterity, I get a plus on my acceleration. I get a plus on my offensive awareness and a plus on my acceleration, which is not quite needed for me, but it boosts up his balance. Yeah. So let me. How many more do I have? I've actually reached the limits. I've actually reached the limits of training I can use. So he goes up to 93 on his base card. So supposing you don't care about the acceleration and you'd like to use him for as he is, maybe his speed would be okay for you. Adding one because the acceleration would have taken a few points. So adding into the lower body strength, that's all he can have. Or you can decide to take this away and give it to the defense, which I doubt. Okay, yeah. So 93. That's the normal training you can give Milano screener. So his base stats are almost the same. Because as of the header he has an 80 in um the pack, the card from the pack. The defensive stats are almost the same. The speed is my problem. The jump, my problem. Physical contact, stamina is quite okay for uh, a destroyer. Yeah, for a destroyer. So let's go back. Milano screen. So I was really hoping I wouldn't get a destroyer or I wouldn't get Skriniar in particular from this card. But he's a quite decent player though. One of my favorite players to use in eFootball, but sadly it's in C form. C form. You see, Rafael Leao. Leao is a very good player with very high potential. Look at the number of other version he has. This is the Portugal pack. This I got it. I signed this one from I think the Bruno Fernandes premium pack. This is the current card we have. This from AC Milan. This is base card, and this is overpowered featured card. This card is actually overpowered. You see, in all his cards, he has weak finishing and stuffs, but this card he has up to 84, 84 finishing. Have a look at this, 84 finishing. So how do I how do I start? Let me start from this. Okay, so here how should I train him up? Let me a minute, let me check it out. Okay, so for offensive awareness, I would be wanting offensive awareness to be around 79. I'm having an issue clicking. Why, what up? Oh, I can't click on my screen. Good. Give the page a refresh. Try again. Dexterity. Wow, I'm having issues. I can't actually click. What's the issue on this platform here? Let me try again. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. So let's train him up. Let's train him up. He gets up to 21 points. 21 points. Offensive awareness. 79. Good. Ball control. Ball control. Yeah, he's quite good at dribbling here. He's quite good at dribbling stuff. So I'd give him up to a 92. 92 dribbling. 92 dribbling will be good. Passing. Yeah, he's a winger, so at least a bit of passing, lofted passes and stuff. But he's not actually the best. He's not actually the best at lofted passes because their best wingers, Kiza, Kostic. Kostic is a very good. He's actually a midfielder. Kostic is actually a midfielder. And shooting. Surprisingly, Leo, in all his greatness, is good. Is bad at shooting, but we have our strengths and our weaknesses, so I can't say much about that. But I do like him. Was he has scored amazing kills in my goal. That wasn't actually difficult kills. They were in the penalty box, so which I actually thought due to his low finishing he would mess it up. But he quite did well. He did quite well. So let's continue. Um, what else? Now he's here on 92. He's supposed to be a 94. Supposed to be a 94. Oh, 8 points left. 8 points left. Where do we put the 8 points left? That guy has an amazing speed, guys. Has an amazing speed. So let's give him lower body strength. How many? Where is the lower body strength? 82 and 80, 96. 82, 96. It's 96. Acceleration 96. Well, is that good enough? Nah, that's not good enough for me. So let me add a bit of acceleration to this guy. Good, 92, and we've exhausted our training points. Well, I actually can't say much about Leo's card because that's how they issued him to be trained to get to the 94. But bear in mind, training there's not particularly on the maximum rating of the card. If you're training a player or if you're training a card, your your best motive is to train a card to suit you, your game style, your play style, how you score. That's how you train. So if I was to train this guy on my own, I wouldn't be quite happy with the finishing and stuff. And I don't actually, yeah, I do lofted passes and stuff, but you see, Liao has super sub. He's a super sub. You see this here, good. He's an incisive runner, so I wouldn't actually be bothered with the passing. I'll put the points for the passing into shooting. Good. Though it will come to 93, I don't really care. I have a decent 78 on my finishing and quite decent 76, which is not the best, but it's okay. Yeah. And comparing him to his other cards, this is the beast I was talking about. See, this guy has a 94 finishing and 78 killing, 71 header. He's quite like overpowered in this card. This is player of the week card, and this card is quite overpowered. His speed goes up to 92 and acceleration 96. He's quite good. But when you compare it to his base cards, is a buff from the base cards, cause quite all the stats on the base cards have been increased a plus 2 to all of them and plus 4 to acceleration, and the play styles are all 90 90 90. So it's actually good if you try to get this one for yourself. This is the card I actually have. I have this card and it works quite okay for me. It works quite okay for me, so I don't actually bother much about it. I didn't buy the Portugal pack. The Portugal pack was actually quite irritating for me, so I didn't buy it. For Rafael Leao, that's all. And who else? Let me go back to player selection. Rafael Leao. Let me do a review on Chaganolo. Chaganolo. So first, Skriniar, Rafael Leao, Chaganolo. Yeah, Brozovic is also there. So let's increase Chaganolo up to 31. It goes up to 31 points, guys. Chaganolo is actually a beast here, and he has an offensive awareness of up to 70. No, 80 rather. Oh, let me increase this up to 80. Good. He has ball control and dribbling at 85. Let's increase his dribbling to 85. 85. He's good at passes and his lofted passes are 94. Lofted pass 94. Good. This guy has almost every kind of shooting skill there is. He's an early crosser, pinpoint crossing, weighted pass. He's kind of a Ronaldo, yeah, kind of a Ronaldo and a De Bruyne mixed together. Through pass and outside killer, dipping shots, incisive running, knuckle shots. Oh my God, this guy is a beast. Is a beast. This guy Chaganalo is a beast, and he can play on the left wing, left midfield, right wing, right midfield, an attacking midfielder. And you can actually train him to play a center midfielder, but he goes up to 91. There's not actually the maximum rating here. We still have a lot to do. We have to work on his speed. So his speed, it goes up to 82. Yeah, 82 on his speed, and kicking power. Kicking power. Well, I think the kicking power has already been worked on. Yeah, kicking power is 898. Stamina. What else? What else have been to be worked on? Shooting. Yes, I actually forgot this guy's shooting. Oh, yeah, he actually doesn't need shooting. His shooting at 83, 70. There's actually a nerf because from this. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where's that card I'm looking for? See, he has actually good cards here. Have a look at this card. See, lofted pass, 84. But it's actually good. It's actually a good card. Shagonoli is a very very good card. So what haven't I worked on? Ball control, everything is done. Yeah, good. He has quite stats in defensive, which I actually find it useless for me, because it will be of no value to me. This defensive stat will be of no value to me. Because I wouldn't use Chaganolo in a center midfield position. You get me? Yeah, I would be using him as an attacking midfielder because actually a beast over there. You have to get him there, giving the passes. And when he gets the ball in front of him, he's going to give you that kind of shooting skills which would be able to score long range goals. So for me, I would take the points out of defense because I don't actually need those defending points. Then I'll put in the shooting. Good. Though his stats will be reduced, but see his finishing goes up to 83 and his killing goes up to 89. Place kicking 91. So guys, if you ever get Chaganolu, I would advise to train him in a attacking midfielder position. That's actually the best place you can put this guy. He's very good over there. Let's go to Derby de Milano. Good. No, let me go back. Who do I review again? Who do I review again? Um, I'm going to review. I've done one centre back, one left midfielder, one centre midfielder. Well, I have two centre forwards here, and I wouldn't say Giroud, Brozovic. Okay, so I'll go for Laturo Martinez. Martinez's card, his card is actually in D form, which is very bad if you have any of his cards because his cards are actually good. This card of his here, it's a very good card. This card, the Argentine card, is also a very good card. So let's train him up. He has a level of 21. I think Chaganolo was the only one that had um, a different training level. When we go in for offensive awareness of 88, offensive awareness or dexterity, we raise this one up to 88. There's 87. One more. Good. 88. Tight possession of 76. Tight possession. Um. How? Well, I thought there was a auto allocation button here, but I can't seem to find it. I can't seem to find it. Let me move this. Let me put this here. I can't seem to find the auto allocation points for this. Anyways, let's continue. Um, Shooting skills are quite decent. He has a finishing of 86. Finishing of 86. That's good. There's 87. 6. Ball control. Dribbling. Decent dribbling at 78. It's okay. His ball control is at 80. I really hate it, guys, when center forwards have bad ball control. Though Haaland is actually a beast, I don't like his ball control because you see, at times you will be having Haaland and you would like to score a goal. You'd like to score a goal, but the issue here is that you can't get him to score the goal because someone might dispossess him due to his bad control. His speed, lower body strength, his speed goes up to a level of 81. Speed 81, which is actually good. Physical contact of 87. Now let's send it to 71. Aerial strength 71. Physical contact of 71. Good. And how many points left? We have 1 point left. Balance everything. So what else is left? Surprisingly, okay, that's for the jump. So when you put where is it? Surprisingly, it seems he has 1 point left. Let's go over it again. He has offensive awareness of 88. He has dribbling of 78, correct? He has a finishing of 88. Where is the finishing? He has a finishing of 86 rather, sorry. Um yeah, speed of 81. Yeah, balance of 88, kicking power 79. So it's left with one progression point. If possible, put it in quick counter or possession. I'm actually a quick counter player, but I'm not going to use quick counter. I would find a way to put it. So where do I put it? Passing, that's no kind of minute difference though, but a low pass of 70 is good because you can't put it. If you put it all over here, it would be virtually useless. Defense, goalkeeper awareness, and those stuff would be useless. So it's either if you want to boost your playstyle, you put it in your playstyle, or You use it for the passing. So comparing Laturo to his base card, which is 170 GP, is a buff over his base card. To comparing to his club card, that's the Inter Milano club card. International. I don't actually know how to pronounce it, but we call it Inter Milan in Ghana. So Inter Milan club card, an increase in the header and a decrease in the acceleration comparing it to his player of the week. Guys, again and again, I would say this. Whenever there's a player of the week card and you want it, guys, try as much as possible to get it. Because most of the times, the player of the week cards are overpowered than the other cards. So let's have a look. Look at all the stats. 87, good. You see, the club cards are actually the player of the week cards are actually good. Just that at times they lack a bit of stuff, and at times their pack cards are better. So if you can't afford to buy packs and you can't afford to buy player signed player of the week, you try to get your hands on them. Laturo here is bad. He has minute deductions, and that's his card. So um, I think my video is getting a bit long. So I would do. Who do I choose? Who do I choose? So right now I've done four reviews, and it's left with Brozovic, Tonali, tomorrow. All right, so let me do Brozovic. Well, I don't actually like Brozovic, but I'm a Barcelona player, and they are thinking of going in for him. He's an orchestra in a defensive midfielder's position. It's not actually good, I would say. But Kimmich does it good enough. Yeah, Kimmich does it good enough. So let's check out this guy stats. Let max him out. He has defensive awareness of 83, 83 for a defensive midfielder. Oh, that's good enough. So 83, 83. The stats here are good. But I would have really reached if his defensive awareness was a bit above 85. He has good ball control. Ball control. He has a good ball control. 83 ball control. Let me check about his passing. 88, 84. Good, good. 88, 84. What else? Um, Aerial strength. Aerial. Where was it? Good. Header of heading 68. Um, a defensive midfielder. Unless Rodri is good in aerial strength too. He's good enough. What else? A few other points, lower body strength to get his speed up and stuff. 73, and this is not the best here because of his acceleration. But his acceleration is quite good enough. It's 70, 73, so that's good enough. How many points do we have left? We have 2 points left. So where do we put the 2 points? Where do we put the 2 points? Where heading, stamina, physical contact, acceleration untouched. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Okay, so let me see. I think his speed goes up to 74. Yeah, lower body strength 74. Yeah. So this actually, if you want to build him in a more kind of this is actually a mix between defensive and good passing. If you don't want him to be sitting or moving around with the passes, you can reduce his passing abilities and put it in his defensive awareness, making it this way, which will be reducing his passive. But his passing abilities are quite decent, 84, 80 without even training. His ball control, as I said, guys, I like people with good ball control. Not necessarily the dribbling aspects of it though, but good ball control so that you'll be able to have the ball on you without getting dispossessed. So he has a card from Croatia, a card. This is the card we just, and this is his club card, which is quite almost similar, apart from the team play styles. Let's go back. Who do we go to? Who? So we've done one, two, three, four, five, three more. I'll do tomorrow. What's his name? Tomorrow, yeah. Tomori, Tomori. Well, Tonali is a good card, yeah, and he's actually an anchor man, yeah. But I prefer Rodri, Casemiro, Fabinho. Any three of them will do. Let me do tomorrow, and that will be all. So in defense, tomorrow isn't actually the best in defense, but he's good enough to be a defender. He has 92, which is decent. Let me shift this here. 92 defense. He's good in defense up to 92. His speed is quite okay. Sorry about that. Speed, lower body strength is up to 78. His speed is up to 78. He has an head and area strength of 80. Yeah, area strength of 80. Good. You have 4 points left. Then balance is at um where dexterity. Hmm. So the balance was for his acceleration. So he's decently fast. He's fast. Good. He's a fast center back. He would be able to catch up on attackers who have slipped in behind the defense and possibly get them to stop moving. Good on physical contact, 83, but not the best. Yeah, that's enough. So he also has quite different cards to comparing him. This is his card. He has been a player of the week before. Player of the week before. This is actually an upgrade from his card. Um, from his other card. This was bad at defense. -2. This isn't the best. This isn't the best though. This is quite okay. But this is the best. So this is his best card there is. So if you happen to get him, I wouldn't be using him though. But if you happen to get him and you don't have a fast, decent center midfielder, sorry, a center back, he should be good enough for you. So let's brush through who else is left with. Damir Brozovic is left with these two. Well, I hope we don't get them because Giroud is virtually slow. Giroud is a slow player. Let's forget about Giroud. Let me let me do Tomari. Oh, oh, player selection. Tonali is an anchorman. He's a good anchorman. He has quite decent build up in every other aspect. Good passing, 85 passing, a whole lot of stuff. Passing up to 85. Defense up to let me get the defending part. 81. Yeah. Wow. He has 26 training levels. Then heading his heading is at 66. Aerial strength 66. And jumping, kicking power, all the stuff. His speed, lower body strength. His speed is up to 78. Alright, alright. Nope. 78 and the dexterity has. No, that's too much for his acceleration. His acceleration has only 71. And what else is left with? His passing. Yeah, his ball control. His decent ball control. 82. That's quite good enough. But it's okay. Yeah, so my basic build for Tomari. There's not actually how he's supposed to be built, but this will be my basic build for Tomari. And he had this card is was good, yeah. This card was good enough, but I still don't fancy it. This card is I've not used this card though. Let's go to Giroud. Giroud and check out Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud. This guy this guy has a lack of speed. And as a center forward with little or no speed, that's the worst you can do. 65 speed, that's the worst speed I've seen on a center forward. How do you move past defenders? How? Offensive awareness. Though he has a high offensive awareness here, offensive awareness of 90, but my guys, possibly his offensive awareness might be able to make up for his speed, being at the right position at the right time. His good heading skills are also good. If you have Giroud on the last minute header or last minute situation, and you need someone to head a goal for you, put in Olivier Giroud. He's quite physical. Wait a minute. Physical contact. Yeah, he's quite physical. I would actually give him a bit of no shooting. Yeah, shooting stats. His shooting stats are bad. 69. Okay. Finishing of 82 for a center forward. Not the best. He has zero progression points left. Yeah, this is how I'd be training him. But Olivier Giroud isn't one of the best center forwards. Just he makes it up for his awareness, being at the right place at the right time, and his heading. He has an amazing header. So, guys, that's all for today, and I'll be drawing